think they're the only team allowing less than 3 yards on first down. Really good against the run on first down. Just how good do you guys have to be on first down just to not put yourself behind the sticks against a defense like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. You can say it's important every week, but particularly a defense like this, because that's man, the more you get in these what feel like passing situations, man, that they'll get after you. You know, they can really cut it loose, and with that front four, they play fast, you know, penetrating style defense. So they know first down's big for them. They're looking for second longs, and that's when they really have a lot of success. So yes, first down's going to be big for us. We cannot get behind the sticks. We got to stay in the green, because if not, it'll be a long day.
We hear the term game wrecker when, you know, there's a defensive player that can have consistent impact like Myles Garrett does. Mm-hmm. When you face an opponent that has one of those elite high-end game wreckers, like what does the week look like in terms of focusing on that?
Well, they got 2 game wreckers. Malik Collins is a game wrecker too now. He's playing at a high level, but certainly Myles, you know, he's a guy that, man, you got to pay attention to him, and because that's what he's capable of. So, you know, you have to use a lot of resources, you know, to make sure that you're taking care of business. And we're fortunate here; we got 2 really good tackles. You know, that's always going to help, but you got to pay attention to that. And you know, you could do everything right for 59 plays and play 60. That's the one. So. We got to be on point. Everybody's got to do your job. It's more than just one person. You know, I talk about using resources. Then if you are, it starts there, and maybe that help works inside out. By helping on Myles, now we're helping the guard too. And then in turn, it's helped the tackle, and so on and so forth. So receivers are a big part of it in the pass game. Like, you got to outrun the rush. You know, you got to beat man coverage, and you got to beat the rush. That's how fast you have to play. And so it all goes hand in hand.
Myles is working on like his 8th straight season of double-digit sacks. He's been doing it so well for such a long time. What makes him so special as a player, as a rusher?
Well, I mean, he's got everything. You know, it starts with his size, his length, his get-off, his flexibility. You know, his ability to bend the edge, man. So you get a jump, you got length, and now you can touch your shoulder on the ground when you turn the corner. I mean, that makes it very difficult. You know, and so he's got power. I mean, he's you know, he can counter. He's got everything, you know, and so there's not a weakness. That's, you know, you're an elite athlete, and you've got all these tricks and traits and craft, and so he's got it all. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Mentioned Malik. Obviously, Mason Graham's playing pretty well for them. What sort of challenge is that for your young guards? Those 2 guys inside. Yeah,
it'll be good. I mean, it's you know, this guy he's playing at a high level, man. He has for a number of years, but he can get an edge, and he's not losing it. So it's going to be big for our guys to be fundamentally sound. You know, we're going to have to adjust to the speed of these guys. You know, that's why it was big for us to go against Houston in training camp. Very similar style. But, you know, that's somebody else we got to take care of, you know. But like I say, we've gotten better every week. Our guys have gotten better every week. Those guards have gotten better every week. Graham's playing pretty good. So I like where we're going. I expect us to continue to get better every week.
With Decker, we've seen him limited in practice. You pointed out he's played a lot of football. That works for him. He's been good the last 2 weeks. But is this routine something you expect to kind of carry through the whole season, just his inability to, you know, practice fully?
Well, no, we'd rather not it be the case, but that's just the way it is right now, you know, and we're just trying to get him to where he feels good and feels recovered as much as possible for the game. And it's the right thing to do right now, you know, and, you know, Decker's given us what he's got, man, and we're all appreciative for that. And, you know, but we want him feeling good for the game, and that's the most important thing right now for him. And we're fortunate he's played a lot of ball, man. He's played a ton of football. He's our most veteran player that we have, and so fortunately, walk-through reps, you know, serve him well. You know, he can visualize it, he can see it. He works his craft out there when we're going through those, and so he's able to, you know, adapt. He's been pretty good for us last couple of weeks.
DJ Reader, obviously always an important guy for you guys, but just how important has he been with Aline being out to help you guys maintain what you guys want to do in the interior?
He's been big. I mean, he's another one of those. He's a steady force for us. He's a consistent, productive player that always, he's another one of those that sometimes flies under the radar because he does all this dirty work that not everybody sees, I think. But it goes a long way. I mean, the things he's able to do in the run game, but even in the pass game too, man, he keeps people off our backers. And if not, then he's the guy making the play. And he's consistent, man. He's consistent, and he's a force in there. And it's been big. I mean, it really has. He's another one of those players that's like, man, don't ever take that guy for granted because he does a lot of things for us, man.
And I know go ahead.
Dan, I'm curious, we talked about earlier this season from you, Jared, a lot of people feel like it takes 3-4 weeks for the identity to really solidify and get that much tape under your belt. If you say you've seen guys grow every week and progress the direction it's going in, how would you describe your identity, you think, by now?
Well, and I would say I don't know if I can quite get there just yet, I still say, man, we need a couple of weeks here, before you really, really know. But I would say it's trending where we expect it to be or what we're looking for. We want to be able to establish the ground game as always. We want to play action pass. We want to get it in the hands of our playmakers. But I think we've got to be a chameleon. And that's kind of our offense. We're able to play any type of game we need to play, And that's an important trait because not everybody can do that. And every game's different, and you have to play it differently. And no different than your defense. Sometimes your defense has got to play a little different depending on the offense they're facing or the defense across from them. But I like where we're going. I do. I like where we're going.
Since Judkins joined the Browns, have you seen their offense evolve? He's kind of gotten off to an impressive start despite missing camp and week 1 even.
Yeah, well, you can tell he's getting better. I mean, there was, a couple of runs. It took him a minute, but, I think what you saw late in the game, man, he hit 2 back-to-back runs. At one of them, there was an unblocked defender on the edge, and he just made him miss, and he took off for, 16 yards, and the next one's over 38-yard run. So you can tell his confidence is growing. The old line likes him over there, and he's getting better and better. And I'm sure they're going to want to give him the ball and let him go. So he's a young, promising player in this league, and he's only going to get better too.
I know the tape always sort of speaks for itself, like in these situations. We've talked all week about how good their defense is, but you guys are coming off a big win. Cleveland has historically not been that great. How do you guard against a letdown? Is that something that you're worried about? Just kind of making sure that they come out, your guys come out firing right from there.
What we talk about is our standards. Man, we have to play the way we practice, the way we prepare, the way we play. It's about our standards. Nothing else matters, and we're very aware of what's coming in here. All right, that's a big win those guys got. They had to fight their way back to get that W, and they did everything right at the end of the game to get it done, and they willed that to happen, so they got the fight in them. This defense, I've already mentioned, I think is the best that we will have faced. Green Bay was damn good, but this defense is really good, man. So we got our hands full over there, and offensively, man, they're going to ball control. Flacco's seen every look you can see. They're going to lean on the rookie, and so we know what's coming in here.
It kind of leans into standards. When you draft a player, you draft a specific type of player, just their intrinsic motivation, if you will. Tate did maybe have the best first week or first couple weeks, really, really good game week 3. How have you seen just the character traits that you seek in players show up in kind of his rapid improvement?
Well, what I like is, the thing with young players is, look, you're going to get beat. Things aren't going to go your way. That's how you get better. We'd all love to say, well, as you're kicking ass, you're going to get better as you grow. That's not the case all the time, right? It takes a minute. And, I bring up St. Brown. It took St. Brown, 8 games before he really started clipping. He started going. Just took off. But he got better and better every week. but what they have in common is, like, he can go down in the dumps. He doesn't lose confidence. He's just, I got to go back to work, right? And he's got everybody helping him. Sewell's helping him. Graham's helping him. Obviously, Hank's coaching him up. And so he just worries about the work, man, and the fundamentals, and that's how you get better. And don't get lost in your head. Man, am I good enough? Am I, is this for me? Am I? And so that's what you love, and that's what all those young players that are able to grow and ascend, they have in common, man. They don't get caught up in all the other stuff. They don't lose confidence. They just look at it for what it is. Like, man, I got to be better with my feet. My get-off's not good enough. My anchor here, my hands, my release, whatever that is, and that's what it is.
Hey, Dan, the toss play to Gibbs for a touchdown last week, there's a clip of you as like a backside blocker running a version of that play in 2002 with the Cowboys. Was that any inspiration for that play?
That's an old play, man. That's been passed down. That was Coach Parcells to Sean to me, so that's been around a while, man. It's a good play. Yep. What's that?